And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We have a great show for you today, as always. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at Takes by Fans and be a part of the conversation. And come watch live daily, noon Eastern at twitch.tv/Takes by Fans. Alrighty, well, we had no basketball, no football on yesterday. But we still hit our moneymaker. How about that? We just cannot lose over here at Takes by Fans. So we do have another jersey giveaway today for our Patreon subscribers. We will do that at the end of the show. So another jersey going out on back-to-back days. That's what we love here at Takes by Fans, giving the jerseys to the fans. I love it. So we did a two-team baseball parlay yesterday just so we could have an opportunity at a moneymaker. So we picked just two games yesterday. We went Yankees -1.5, Phillies +1.5. Yankees won by I think like 8 or something. It was kind of a blowout. And then the Phillies, they lost by 1, and 1.5 beats 1. So that's a win. That's a hit. And a jersey is going to be given away at the end of the show. So stick around and subscribe to the Patreon so you don't miss out on today, because today we'll have two money makers going, one for the NBA and one for the NFL Thursday Night Football. So we will do our money maker picks today and possibly give out another 2 jerseys for free of your choosing. So make sure you subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/takesbyfans. $5 a month supports the show, and every time we hit our moneymaker, we give away a jersey for free. So go and do that. Today we are going to be talking Heat Celtics Game 2. We're going to be talking Lakers Nuggets preview, and it's Thursday. So on Thursdays we do guess the lines of all of Week 2 games and talk about the games a little bit. And then on Friday we do our official moneymaker for Sunday's games. We will also talk about Thursday Night Football tonight. Bengals-Browns should be a little interesting. Everybody's going to be able to see Joe Burrow live. So, definitely watch the game, break his performances down, and see what we see from the rookie. And then we also can, evaluate Baker Mayfield. How trash is this man? Actually, kind of trash, but, he usually does good against not great teams, and the Bengals are just not a great team just yet. And the All-22 film is out, so we will watch. Remember yesterday when we were going over game film, we watched Joe Burrow's final drive in the game of Week 1, and he was holding the ball a lot, not like looking to run instead of pass. So now that we have the All-22 film, we can see if there was any receivers actually open on those plays, and he was just kind of hesitant, not trusting his arm, or there was nothing, everything was covered, so he had to run. So we will look into that as well. We'll rewatch the same drive, but in the All-22, where we can see where every single player is on the field during the plays. So we will get into that. So without further ado, let's get started here. Here we go. Heat Celtics Game 2 tonight. All right, what did we see from Game 1? We liked the Heat going into Game 1. We thought they were just an overall better team. They're a little bit deeper than the Celtics. And then Game 1, what happened for the Heat? Well, a lot of clutchness happened. We had Jimmy Butler's big 3. We had Tyler Hero's big 3. They were down 5. Tyler Hero, with a minute left, scores the 3. And then Jimmy Butler on the next possession scores the 3. Now the Heat are up by 1. So big shots in the fourth quarter by Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero. And then we had that game-sealing block in overtime by Bam Adebayo on Jason Tatum. So very, very clutch by the Heat to win Game 1. But also for the Celtics, really everything went right. I mean, everybody was pretty much performing. Jaylen Brown maybe just a slight lackluster night with only 17 points. But Jason Tatum, he put up 30. We had Marcus Smart put up 26. Kemba Walker contributed 19. And, still Jaylen Brown still had 17. Daniel Tice was a little bit better defensively than we thought. Kind of not locked down Bam Adebayo, but, made him struggle down low just a little bit. We see Daniel Tice, he was at plus 12 when he was on the floor, so that is very, very good defense. Heat, we know everybody's going to perform every night. Jimmy Butler puts up 20, Crowder puts up 22, Bam Adebayo 18, Goran Dragic with 29, and then we get Tyler Hero off the bench with 12. Boston, they don't really have that big bench score that can give you consistent numbers. We know Brad Wanamaker, he is capable of putting up double-digit points on the bench, but he really doesn't do it all the time or even often. So I think everything kind of went right for Boston in this game. Marcus Smart got out to a really hot start, hitting about 3 straight threes to open up the game. Kind of fell off a little bit. Jason Tatum was absolutely exceptional late down the stretch. Just really Jaylen Brown didn't do enough in this game. So is everything going to go right like it did for game one for the Celtics and then Jaylen Brown just steps up? I'm not quite sure. I still like Miami Heat going into game number 2 here. I think everything went right for the Celtics, and they still lose in overtime. Heat were just really clutch. And the good thing about the Heat is they play all 4 quarters. We saw the Celtics get out to a big lead early in the first quarter of game 1, but the Heat, they've been down in games before against the Bucks. Pretty much, I think they kind of opened up on a poor run in the first quarter every game against that Bucks team. So the Heat just stick with it. It will eventually all click together. Great clutchness by the Heat, so that is a little concerning that they had to be so clutch to win this game, but I don't think that the Celtics are going to have a big lead in the fourth quarter going forward. I think this was kind of everything just went right for the Celtics. They played kind of at their true potential, their 100% potential, while the Heat kind of struggled to score the ball early in the first quarter. That got them out to a big deficit. They had to try and catch up. So I don't know if that's going to happen in game 2. I think Heat are just going to be good from the jump, whereas the Celtics, we've seen that they kind of struggle in some games coming off of good performances. We saw that in that Raptor series. It went 7. So all in all, I think the Heat win this game. I'm expecting the line to still be about Heat +1, maybe goes to Heat -1, but still about that 1.5 range. Nothing crazy yet. Vegas isn't going to, swing the other way just like that because of one game. We've seen how closely they kind of stick to that true spread throughout these series. So probably still going to be Heat +1, +1.5, and I think we still take it. We got to ride this Heat team until they show us that they're not going to win. I mean, in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, the Heat have only lost 1 game. Celtics went 7 against the Raptors, and I think they went 5 against the 76ers, 5 or 6. So Heat, they know how to win games. They know how to close out series. They know how to close out games. Just absolute clutchness in game 1. And I kind of, Jason Tatum, he went for 30. He went for 30, and they still lost. So we are going to be rocking the Heat. Before we look at that line, I do want to discuss Lakers, Nuggets, just real quick so we can guess that line as well while we're here. So this is tomorrow's game, Friday. Nuggets, Lakers. Lakers have a history of losing game 1. Nuggets have a history of winning game 1. So you can take that into account a little bit. But Jokic is going to face his toughest competition on the Lakers. Who did he have in round 1? He had Rudy Gay, who is good defensively under the basket, but Rudy Gobert, he's good defending under the basket. He's not good guarding on the perimeter, so that's why Jokic was able to really shine. And then in series number 2 against the Clippers, he was going up against Montrezl Harrell and Zubac. So once again, good down low defenders, but really can't guard too much on the perimeter. Jokic was able to eat as well. But now he has to face Anthony Davis, and Anthony Davis is a fantastic defender down low and on the perimeter. Anthony Davis is tall, he's big, he's quick, he's athletic. So Jokic is going to have a tougher time in the series against the Lakers. So I think the Lakers shut down Jokic. And then we get Rondo on Jamal Murray. We all know playoff Rondo is a different animal. He's fantastic. He's a true lockdown defender and also a fantastic point guard as well. So I think Rondo is going to lock down Murray kind of a lot. We know that Jamal Murray is not so consistent in these playoff games. Everybody raves about his 50-point performances, but nobody talks about his 14-point performances, his 12-point performances, his 17-point performances. So he had 40 in Game 7. We don't expect him to really be above 30. We really don't expect him to score about over 25 points in any given game. So I like the Lakers here. They've had a ton of time off waiting for their opponent in the Denver Nuggets. The Lakers aren't deep. The Nuggets aren't that deep either. We get Michael Porter Jr. coming off the bench for the Nuggets. I think he'll have a pretty successful series here against the Lakers, especially coming off the bench. We know the Lakers bench isn't that great. We know we really can't count on Kyle Kuzma too much to score any points, or anybody else coming off the bench. Dwight Howard. JaVale McGee probably won't be starting at all this series. So overall, I think the spread's going to be pretty high. I think it's still going to probably be like Nuggets +8, Nuggets +9, what it was in the Clipper series. It's going to be hard not to take the Nuggets +8 in game one, especially when the Lakers usually lose game one. But Nuggets coming off another game 7. We saw how they got blown out in game number 1 against the Clippers because they were coming off that game 7. When a series goes 7 games, it's just really grueling and tired, especially with only 1 day off. Usually when in playoff series, when it flips back to the home team, you get 2 days off rest. Here, it's just 1 day off every other day. So I think the Nuggets are going to come out a little flat. I think the Lakers win game 1, but this could still be a little bit of a competitive series. But just because Anthony Davis, I think, is going to lock down Jokic, that's going to really favor the Lakers here. So I'll say probably still going to be like Nuggets +8, Nuggets +9 in the series. But I think we go Lakers -9 here in game number 1. I really like a well-rested LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Alrighty, so let's see what these official lines are for the NBA, and then we will switch gears into the NFL. Alrighty, so here we go. Heat Celtics. Wow, the Heat went up +2.5. That's very, very interesting. Wow, they were +1.5 and they win in overtime, and now it goes up to 2.5. I mean, we'll take it. We love, we've been riding Heat pluses like all season long here in the playoffs, and I think we still continue it until they show us that they can lose against the Celtics team. They're so clutch. They play all 4 quarters. They're deeper than the Celtics, and plus we got Andre Iguodala that nobody even talks about for the Heat. I mean, this man's defense is really good. We saw what he did in that when he was on the Warriors, right? That fantastic defense that he had in those playoff series, in those final series as well. So Andre Iguodala, good defensive weapon off the bench. I expect Kendrick Nunn to be a little bit better. I expect Duncan Robinson to be a little bit better. I think he'll score more than 6 points. Kelly Olynyk coming off the bench, still good. So this team is good. This team is deep. And Derrick Jones Jr., 5 minutes in. There was the 2-minute report that comes out after all the NBA games. It kind of tells you where the refs got it wrong, where they got it right, and that Derrick Jones Jr. that kind of forced overtime because of that one-shot technical that he was charged with, that Jason Tatum then hit the free throw on. The 2-minute report came out and said, yeah, that shouldn't have been a foul. So that game shouldn't haven't even gone into overtime, and the Heat would have won by 1 at that point. So we still like the Heat here. They're getting +2.5. That's really great. Really, these teams are so comparable, so similar that I wouldn't even feel comfortable taking -2.5 here, because it's going to be a close game where it's going to be decided by a point or 2 points. In any of those cases, you win either way. So we'll take Heat +2.5 here. I think they went outright, but we get a little bit of a cushion with the 2.5, and I think that's definitely the smarter play here. Also, if you're looking at the over and under, 209 is a little low, but these teams are very, very good defensively. We see how many points did they score in the overtime period. 19 points. You take that away. That still covers? No, that doesn't cover. No, it still covers. 19. Yeah, that still would cover, even if it didn't go into overtime. 209, we'll probably stay away from it. I just like the Heat outright, but the over 209 is looking pretty good if you wanted to take that. I would support that. I would endorse that pick over 209. Alrighty, Nuggets, Lakers. All right, a little bit less than I thought, which is actually good for us because we like the Lakers in this series. -7, not too bad overall. I think the Nuggets, come out flat-footed. They usually come out flat-footed game number 1s. They lose game number 1 in that Jazz series. They lose game number 1 in this. Oh, no, they did win game number 1. Nuggets won game number 1 against the Jazz because it went into overtime, but it really shouldn't have went into overtime. And then they lose game 1 against the Clippers, but they lose game 1 because it went 7 and they were tired from the previous series. So either way, we really like the Lakers here. This match, I mean, this really series is all going to be decided on, can Anthony Davis lock down Jokic, and I think he can. Anthony Davis is a better defender than anybody Jokic has faced thus far in the playoffs. So we are going to ride the Lakers here. More time off, well rested. I think the better duo tandem, LeBron and Anthony Davis. Would you rather have LeBron and Anthony Davis or Murray and Jokic? Come on. I think it's just going to boil down to that simple. Jamal Murray is inconsistent. Jokic's going to get locked up. So we will do Lakers -7 tomorrow, most likely. But for today, the NBA moneymaker will just be this one-teamer, Heat plus 2.5. I think it's good to go. And, hey, free jersey giveaway if this hits tonight, which I think it will. So be sure to subscribe to the Patreon. Alrighty, that is going to be it for the NBA today. Finally, we get to watch sports today. I mean, it killed me yesterday not watching any basketball. I had to go and watch baseball, and it's not even playoff baseball, so it's not even good baseball. But we hit in our moneymaker, so I guess I can't complain too much. Alrighty, how do I want to do this? I do want to do one quick game film real quick, because there's a lot of blasphemy going around about Tom Brady not being good. Yes, he threw a pick six. Yes, he threw 2 interceptions in this game, but did y'all not realize how good the Saints team is, how good their defense is, and they're at home, and this is Tom Brady in a new system on a new team with all new pieces? Come on. Let's not overreact week 1. This Tampa Bay team is still very, very good. He only threw to Mike Evans once. It was a touchdown, but he only threw to him once. They were never on the same page. That chemistry is going to take a little bit to develop, so we're not overreacting here in week 1 with the Bucs losing and Tom Brady throwing 2 picks. We're not going to overreact. So I do want to watch this drive, 4th quarter touchdown drive for the Bucs. All we need to see here, does Tom Brady still have it? Does he have the arm? Does he still have the accuracy? If yes, no reason to really jump ship on the Bucs. So I do want to take a quick look at this drive. We'll get it queued up here. 4th quarter, 5:59, touchdown drive by the Patriots, by the Bucs. All we're going to be looking at is Tom Brady. That's all we care about. How good is that arm looking? Everybody wants to harp on the interceptions, and hey, that's fine. I get it. But I still want to see if I think it's a lot of overreaction. I think Tom Brady is still good, but let's watch the film just to get a clear picture. So here we go. Touchdown drive starting from the 10. Got to sling it. I mean, you're down 17 with 5 minutes. Game's pretty much over, but let's see Tom Brady's arm. Let's see some of these throws that he is going to be making here. So here he is. Tom Brady drops back, 1st and 10 from his own 10. Look at comfortable in the pocket. Look at that man. No real rush. Comfortable. Keeps his eyes downfield. Good offensive line. Kept him a clean pocket. Cool, calm, collected. Throw it down low. Easy catch. Well done. Good throw. Running the hurry-up offense, so up-tempo here. I love it. I love to see it. Boom. Strike over the middle, man. That's good. Do we get a better angle on this? Do we get a slow-mo? Probably not. They're going up-tempo. Good throw there over the middle. Another, 10 yards? Got a timeout or something. Oh, they challenged it. Was this not a completion? Looks like ball may have hit in the ground, came out. Stands. It stands. So good catch. Still a good pass because it was completed. So here we go. Continuing on. All we're focused on is Brady's arm at this point. Let's see. End of the game. Fatigue is wearing in. Okay. Starts to run. Took a little bit of a shot there. Nothing big, but still got hit. I mean, we have to take his age into consideration. He's a little bit more brittle. But steps up in the pocket. Didn't panic too much. Grabs a couple yards. He's not going to be doing that a lot. I know. I know that. Alrighty, 2nd down now. Cool, calm. Still cool, calm. After taking, a little bit of a swipe there, still calm in the pocket. Nice little, 9-yard pass. Nothing downfield yet. Just taking what the defense gives them. I mean, the defense is playing off a little bit. There's no need to press. They're up 17. So just find the nice, easy check down pass. Keep the ball moving. 3rd and 1 now. Here we go. Do want to see him open it up a little bit. Would like to see the arm. Wow, Tom Brady. Real quick. The quick QB sneak there. I love that. Still, he's got the hustle. He's got the heart. You got to love that quick little QB sneak. He called that himself. Oh, boy. We're going to get it. We're going to get the arm. Okay. There was a little spoiler alert there. Here we go. Tom Brady throwing from about the 40. Nice loft. Beautiful pass. You cannot tell me that this is not a beautiful pass. I don't want to hear it. The nice loft, bruh. Look at the touch this man puts on the throw. Absolutely magnificent. Right under the safety and right exactly inside where that corner was playing the receiver, so the receiver could only catch it. Look at this. Oh, yeah. We're going to get a better replay. Look at how much inside this is, staying away from the corner and then dumping it right before the safety. This is a beautiful ball. That accuracy was absolutely magnificent. That was about, 30, 40 yards? Fantastic. Nice little lob. The arm is still there, folks. That's what we're trying to highlight here. The arm is still there. Don't get caught up on the 2 interceptions. I know it's fun to talk about. I know it's fun to, talk shit about Tom Brady. Why wouldn't you? He's the GOAT. So whenever, he makes a mistake, it's amplified. But the arm is still there. He's still great. That wasn't great, but able to fall back on the ball. I mean, this defensive line from the Saints, that's why they're my number 2 team. This defense is the real deal. Quick, nice little slant. Nice little out route. Brings up 4th down. Got to go for it here. We know it ends in a touchdown, but how does it end in a touchdown? 4th and 7. Is he still clutch? He's still got the arm. Is he still clutch? 4th and 7. Here we go. Nice. Quick. The arm is still there. He's just firing these balls real quick. These over-the-middle routes, they're only open for a quick time, so you have to have the arm strength to throw the dart in there. He's still got the zip on the ball. Marquise Godwin takes a big hit, still holds on. Well done. That's a tough receiver right there. They throw a flag on it. Did he drop the ball? Anyway, they pick up the first. Tom Brady from the 1, from the 2. Oh, my God. Once again, the touch on this pass. Let's slow this down. And this is the Mike Evans, baby. Get used to seeing this all season long, baby. The man is great. Mike Evans, he's tall. He's got sure hands. So here he goes. Tom Brady looking this way all the way. He wants to throw it to the corner of the end zone. Puts enough air under the ball to get it over the corner. Receiver beat the safety. Toe taps it in. Oh, yeah. Gotta love the arm still. The arm is still good. The finesse on the ball is truly still magnificent. That's a touchdown. Bingo, bango. Tom Brady is still here, y'all. Don't get hung up on the 2 picks. Alrighty. Before we start guessing the lines, I do want to do that Joe Burrow film real quick. We're going to be taking a look at this final drive. We did it on this drive, right? Yes, the missed field goal that would have tied the game. We watched Joe Burrow yesterday on this drive, but we saw a lot of him, holding onto the ball a little bit long, maybe not trusting it. We couldn't see what happened on the receivers. Were they all tied up? But we had the all 22, so now we can investigate a little bit deeper and getting us prepared to what we expect to see from Joe Burrow tonight. So here we go, 4th quarter, 3:08. Let's get to this game. Got to do coach's film. 4th quarter, 3:08. Alrighty, so here we go. 1st and 10. This is the all 22. You literally see where every single offensive player and defensive player is on the screen, or is on the field. So here we go. we want to watch how well the coverage is on these receivers where Joe Burrow decided to run and not pass. That's our main focus on watching this. So let's roll it. Let's see what we can see here. Empty backfield, so they want to pass it here. We got 5 receivers, designed quarterback run, so nothing there. All right, now 2nd and 3 now. All right, pass to this receiver right here. Hang on. Who is that? Okay, we get a better angle here. Comes across over the middle. Nice little dump off. Nothing big there. Nothing big there. All right, they picked up the first on that pass. Still driving the ball. Here we go. Once again, we're going to have 5 wide receivers here. Empty backfield. Is this not the drive where he was running every single play? Or is that the interception drive? Okay, I may have brought up the wrong drive. Give me 1 second. It may have been this drive. Okay, let's go here. 4th quarter, 8:56. I know we watched a drive where he just kept running. Okay. I thought it was that end of the 4th quarter drive, but it might have been this one where he throws the pick. So here we go. Play action. Feels the heat in the pocket. Now he decides to run. This is still a good run option there, just because there was so much kind of room on that right side. Picks up about like 7 there. That's pretty good. But let's see how these receivers were covered down the field. Did he have anywhere to go with it? There you go. We'll break it down. Covered here. He's going to be covered there. Really nowhere to go with the ball. Plus everything is flowing left. He's running right. Don't want to throw across your body. So this is a good run. Good run there. Picked up 5 there. So now 2nd and 5. Handed it off there. They pick up the first. All right. 1st and 10 now. Play action. Decides to run on this play. All right, so once again, let's see how these receivers are covered. Off the play action. Really nothing up here. He's going to be turning back into the middle of the field, so maybe try to sling it, but this corner's right there. So once again, these receivers are covered. This man's been covered the entire time. This is where Joe Burrow decides to run it. At this point, probably not still looking downfield. This would have been a good throw here. Throw it to the sideline. You would have been able to throw him open, but still, I mean, this is late. He decided to run kind of at that moment. So once again, we're not going to penalize him. This was a decent run attempt there. And not throwing the ball. Kind of covered. Only had 2 real receivers down here. And he may have picked up the first now. Oh, he only got 4 on that. So 2nd and 6 now. Here we go. I believe he runs on this play too. Oh, yeah. Nothing was open on this play. He decides to run. Receivers were all covered on this play. Let's break it down. Slow it up. Break it down. Here we go. 2 receivers up top, 1 down low. You get the running back leaking out. Right here, this is double covered. This isn't really available. This is going to get shut down quick. Right there, that would have been a good time to throw. All right, that should have been where you throw the ball. You probably got to throw the ball right here on that comeback route. He kind of decides to run kind of at that minute that he breaks out, but you have to anticipate him coming back. So I would have said you probably throw it there. Once again, he runs. So a little bit of, happy feet, I would say. Just a little bit. We are going to get a better angle on this from the middle of the field, so maybe we see something else here. The pocket wasn't really breaking down on that play. I think he should have thrown that comeback route. That pocket was not collapsing when he decided to run. All right, now 3rd and 4. So, he's not picking up a ton of yards on his feet either. So, he had that, nice 20-yard touchdown run. I'll give him that. But it looked like he wanted to kind of duplicate that for the rest of the game. All right, 3rd down. Got to pick up the first here. Nice. That's a great read. Great read there. Wide open. He read it all the way. Instantly, eyes staying kind of towards this middle right side of the field. He knows he's going to be breaking right across. It's wide open. Stands in the pocket. Delivers the ball. That's perfect. Perfect. Picked up the first. 1st and 10 now. Pick is coming soon. Play action, dumps it off. That's a good throw. Another 1st down. Here we go. Now inside the 25. Pressure running out. That's right. He did try to just dump it off in the was it a setup screen? Here we go. We'll get a better angle here. Rolling out. Thinks he can make this, but it gets cut off real quick. So that's still the pick. Still not a good pick. But, overall, still kind of making me feel a little bit more comfortable watching this. On those runs, pretty much the receivers were covered pretty tightly. Maybe could have made a read at the end, but when those receivers came open, it was kind of really on pace when he decided to run. So both happened at the same minute. He decides to run it. I think his touchdown in the first quarter, was it the first quarter? When did he score that touchdown? Here it is. Joe Burrow, run up the middle, 23 yards. This happened in the first quarter, so I think he got a little bit of happy. Oh, I can run. Oh, man, my speed maybe kind of translate from college to the NFL. I just ran for 23 yards. Maybe kind of gave him a little bit of happy feet for the rest of the game. But overall, rookie debut, 23 of 36. A lot of those yards coming on that last drive, as we saw. He only had 85 going into that into those last 2 drives. So 23 of 36, not bad overall. The pick, got to clean that up and got to start throwing touchdowns. But yeah, overall not too bad by Joe Burrow. We do see him tonight. He is the Thursday night game, Cincinnati, Cleveland. So let's start predicting some of these lines now and breaking down these week 2 matchups. So here we go. Bengals have to go to Cleveland for Thursday night football. I do like Cleveland better. Yes, they did stink against the Ravens. Yes, they only put up 6 points against the Ravens. But their run game on this Cleveland team is very, very good. They split backs, 72 yards for Kareem Hunt. We know he's got the speed, and 60 yards for Nick Chubb. So they can get it done running the ball. They may not ask too much for Baker Mayfield. We see what it looks like when you ask too much of him. 21 of 39 for not even 200 yards and touchdown and interception. We saw them also get out to not a great start against the Ravens. This is just going to kill your confidence for the rest of the game when your first possession is an interception and your second one's a fumble, and now you're down 10-0. So, we did break down their bounce back drive where Baker Mayfield looked all right, not great still, but they were able to score the touchdown. Nobody's doubting their talent, but it will take Baker usually on Thursday night football, no team really performs very well. Joe Burrow, still a rookie, still a first-year coach for Cincinnati and Cleveland, but I will take the star power of Cleveland to kind of show out here on Thursday night. They have the most to prove here on Thursday night, primetime, all eyes on them. So I think I like Cleveland here. I think the line is probably going to be Browns minus 6 most likely. I think they might try to catch a lot of people on this line. If it's more than 7, we probably take the Bengals. But if it's less than 7, we probably go with the Browns. So we'll call it Browns -6. You get the 3 for the home field. And I think their obviously talent is a lot better than the Bengals overall. I want to see more of Joe Burrow. Hasn't shown me enough there on the film to really trust him. Trust betting on him, trust rooting for him. So we'll go Cleveland here, Thursday Night Football, just because they have the more pressure. All eyes on them. Baker needs to show out here. Alrighty, then we got the Jags and the Titans here. Titans at home. Gardner Minshew went 19 for 20 last game, but it didn't really translate to anything. He didn't even throw. Did he throw for 200 yards? No, 173, 19 of 20, kind of a game manager. The 2 interceptions on the Colts, they were at home. I think kind of everything lined up for them, but I like the Titans a lot better. The one knock on the Titans is they just played Monday, shorter week, but Ryan Tannehill at home against a weaker Jacksonville team. I think we're safe to take the Titans here, and it's probably going to be Titans, probably once again Titans -6. They're the better team. They're at home. Titans -6. All right, Carolina and Tampa Bay. Do not jump ship on Tampa Bay just yet. They're at home. They're against a kind of weaker Carolina team, offensively and defensively. Mike Evans is questionable, maybe. Let me see what he is. Tampa Bay. Where are we at? No, so he should be good. He's not on the injury report. Should be good to go. Hamstrings bothering him a little bit, but he's good to play through it, I guess. All right, and Carolina, no big names. Eli Apple, he's out. Teddy Bridgewater performed very well in his first game. They still lost against the Raiders. That was because Josh Jacobs kind of ran all over them. But Teddy Bridgewater, 22 of 34 for 270 yards, touchdown, no pick, very, very good. Kind of receivers, Robbie Anderson, deep threat, 115 yards, very good there. Christian McCaffrey did what Christian McCaffrey does, is 96 yards rushing, and another 38 receiving. So he's going to always get it done. I'm probably going to stay away from betting this game because I do want to see a little bit more of Brady. I know I just defended him there, but I do want to see a little bit more of kind of just the cohesiveness and I can't think of the word, the chemistry of the team. Mike Evans only having 1 reception is not good. Not good. We need to see more of him. So probably stay away from betting this game, but it's probably going to be Bucks. They may go big here to try and catch people sleeping. They might go Bucks -7, but I think it's going to be Bucks -5. Bucks -5 seems a little bit more accurate to me because I think Vegas is going to think that a lot of people aren't going to be liking the Bucks, so they think the -5 is going to be a sure thing. But it could be higher to try and catch people betting, Carolina, because they're like, oh, everybody's calling Tom Brady trash. We bumped the line up to maybe like 7 or 8 for that 2 possession. People go bet Carolina, but it's really an easy Tampa Bay line. So watch out for that. We'll see and kind of discuss that when we get there. Alrighty, Denver, Pittsburgh. I'm big on Pittsburgh. Y'all know they're in my number 7 in my power rankings. That defense is very good, and I'm going to probably bet on the Pittsburgh Steelers here in this game. It's a 1 o'clock spot. They like that. Denver, not at home. Usually they try to catch a lot of people sleeping when they have home field advantage week 1, because that mile high, harder to breathe than the altitude. That is a real thing, y'all. Do not downplay that. That's what makes Denver's home field probably one of the best in the league, especially early on in the season. So I'm not going to count that this Denver win, 16? No, Denver. They were Monday night. No, they weren't. Yeah, they were. I'm not going to count this win as close as it actually was, because Tennessee had to go to Denver. No preseason, mile high, harder to breathe. So this is a bad sign for Denver that they only put up 14, and the Titans are going to put up more than 16 in this week. So I do like the Titans as well. So definitely need to see more of Drew Lock as well. I love the arm. I like what he does, but just overall, we saw Jerry Jeudy, 4 of 8 targets, receptions. He dropped a couple of key balls there. Noah Fant is a great receiver too, and Melvin Gordon obviously is a good running back. But I think this defense for the Steelers is going to give Drew Lock a little bit of trouble. We saw what they did to Daniel Jones a little bit. I think Drew Lock is better than Daniel Jones, but I like Pittsburgh here. It's probably going to be close, probably just Pitt -3 just for the home field, and I think I like it. All right, Rams, Eagles. I think this Eagles team is going to be not good this season, like below 8-8, like 7-9, maybe even 6-10. I don't think they have the weapons at receiver. Carson Wentz, he showed us he'll just throw 2 interceptions when they had the lead. That's not good, especially against, Washington, who has a good line. I'll give them that, but what else do they have? I still don't see that. I really, really like the Rams here. This is probably going to be Rams -3. I think it goes the other way. I think it flips it on them. Rams -3. They just played a tough Dallas team. Don't try to look at that game and be like, oh, well, it was close to the 3-point game. Rams really aren't that good. Dallas is a very, very good team, and so are the Rams. So that being a close score, it's only week 1. Philly blowing that 17-point lead. They might come out with a chip on their shoulder, but overall, I like the Rams. What happened with the Eagles in week 1 against Washington? They got beat up on the line. Who does LA have? Probably the best defensive end of the game in Aaron Donald. So he's going to try and wreck the game on Carson Wentz. I think he gets it done. I like the Rams here. Hopefully it's only -3 for the Rams. I don't want to give up any more than that for the Rams. But I think I like the Rams here a lot at the -3. Hopefully it's that and nothing more. Alrighty, 49ers and the Jets. 49ers, we saw they lose Richard Sherman, but they bring in Mohamed Sanu. So they get better at receiver, which they needed. We saw that their number 1 receiver in week number 1 was their running back, and receiver number 2 was their tight end. So now they actually have a good, solid wide receiver who I believe should be starting here. Receiver, you can kind of plug and play. Just need to know the routes. He got kind of brought in earlier in the week. I think was it like Monday or Tuesday he got brought in. So he should be good to go for this game. Jets are just trash all over the field. No Le'Veon Bell, so your best player's out. Sam Darnold, Adam Gase. I hate Adam Gase. Y'all know. Jets have nothing on defense. So this is probably going to be... I probably stay away from betting this game anyway. San Fran coming to Jets, West Coast coming to East Coast. Probably just stay away from the game altogether. But I really don't like the Jets here. Probably going to be 49ers. Probably big, -7, and that's why we probably stay away from this game, because 7 points is a lot. I mean, the average win in the NFL is a 1-possession game, so that's why I'm a little hesitant on giving up the 2 possessions, the double digits on spreads. So 7 here for the 49ers. I really don't like it if that's actually what it is. I think it's going to be high. I mean, Jets are trash, and they lose Le'Veon Bell. That's it. 49ers still decent. I think Mohamed Sanu, if he's playing, it's really going to push them over the top for a good team in this league. So 49ers probably win this game. I probably stay away, but we will check the official line. Alrighty, Buffalo, Miami. Miami at home. We saw Josh Allen is still fumbling the ball while running. Not great. Still running probably more than he should. Miami's defense was pretty good, kind of on point. We were 10-point underdogs in New England. Should have hit that spread. Last second interception by... Or no, we were 7. We were 7-point underdogs. We lost by 10. Should have brought it down to that 7 range. Should have hit that. But Ryan Fitzpatrick threw another pick. He threw 3 picks. I think he'll tone that down against Buffalo. I do like Buffalo's defense, but 2 key linebackers for them are kind of doubtful of playing with hamstring injuries. So not great overall for Buffalo's linebacking core. I think Miami's defense is very, very good. We still held that Patriots team to, what was it, like 20 points? What did we lose, 11-21? Yeah, so, I mean, that's still pretty good on a Cam Newton led kind of read option that nobody's seen. There was really no tape that you kind of take away from that. Bringing in, the genius of Josh McDaniels and the greatness of Cam Newton. There was no tape on it, and we still did pretty decent. We, got a couple of I think we got one turnover in the game. So Dolphins defense is still pretty good. We're at home. Probably not a 7-point spread. Probably about 5. I would say Dolphins probably plus 5.5. Yeah, I would probably say 5.5. Buffalo, I can't just buy Josh Allen just yet. I can't. And, coming into Miami, I think Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to clean it up a little bit. Team in Buffalo, so he's obviously going to play a little bit harder. So as long as he doesn't throw 3 interceptions, I would kind of like Miami plus the points. I think it's going to be 5.5. We'll see what it is. Alrighty, Vikings and Colts. Y'all know I'm done with the Colts, and I've never been big on the Vikings, so I'm probably just going to stay away from this game altogether. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be a close spread. Probably going to be like Colts plus 1, I think. Overall, I think people are going to really fall in love with Kirk Cousins, even though their defense got absolutely obliterated by Aaron Rodgers last week. Indy at home, so that's a plus for them. Phillip Rivers, though, still can't be trusted. Marlon Mack out for the season? Out for a long time at least. So they do have to rely on their backup, who we did watch a little bit. Wasn't too impressed, but, coming in when you were really not expected to and splitting carries. Where is this game? Where is it? Do I got to click on it myself? If I can even get back to week 1. Just trying to figure out who the Colts backup running back is. Not going to make any difference because I'm going to stay away from the game and I will never bet the Colts again. But we can still look. Here we go. I probably even had it open and went past it like twice. All right. Who was it? Jonathan Taylor is their backup running back. We saw him only, average 2.4 yards a carry. Not very good. But, he's probably going to be getting the start. Him and Hines splitting carries for the injured Marlon Mack. Just going to stay away from this game altogether. And also, if you like the Vikings, and there it is right there. Went past it a ton of times, I'm sure. All right, now where is the Packers game? Tell me I don't have the Packers open. There it is. Yeah, don't fall in love that, the Vikings scored 34 points. They scored 10 at half and 14 points in the fourth quarter when the game was already over. So the real score should have been 36-18 or even 36-26. So don't fall in love too much with the Vikings. They still got blown out by Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Yes, Aaron Rodgers is obviously better than Phillip Rivers, but probably just going to stay away from this game. Probably call it Colts plus 1. Don't fall in love with the Vikings if you're betting this game. If I didn't have any beef with Phillip Rivers, I'd probably take the Colts if I had to pick this game if they're getting points. But we'll see what their official line is in just a second. Detroit, Green Bay. Green Bay is probably going to be heavy favorites here. Probably Green Bay -8. I could see it all the way going up to 10, and I think I like it. Aaron Rodgers still has a lot to prove. He's not done. An easy game here against Detroit, division opponent, I believe. So at home, Matt Stafford, not buying into him, even though they were close to winning their game last week. They lost against the Jags. Or no. Who was I looking at? Lions. They lost against the Bears. We saw that they should have won that game. Who was it? He's on our trash list because of it. DeAndre Swift missed that wide open ball in the hands catch for the touchdown. So they should have won that game week 1. Bad taste in their mouth going into week 2. Let's see if that kills the locker room. How well is Matt Patricia going to re-rally this troops? When you lose a game you should have won, especially week 1, that could decide a lot in the locker room. So I still don't like the Lions overall. They lost to the Bears and Mitch Trubisky. They made Mitch Trubisky look good in the fourth quarter. I think they turned the ball over in the fourth quarter as well. Matt Stafford threw a pick. Missed field goal, unreliable, down late, and I will take probably the GOAT, Aaron Rodgers, in this game. but we'll have it at Green Bay -8. All right, Atlanta, Dallas. Boy, oh boy, does Atlanta have a tough opening schedule, having to face the Saints, and they did pretty well. Matt Ryan threw, I think, for 400 yards still, and they lost. So that's just good Seattle defense right there. We see it here. We're right on it. I mean, 25 points for this team that Matt Ryan threw 450 yards, y'all. This Atlanta offense is the real deal. 3 receivers in 100-plus yards. That's tough. That doesn't happen kind of ever. So Matt Ryan is an absolute beast out here. And now they have to face Dallas. This is probably just going to be Dallas +3 or -3 just because of the home field. That's it. This is going to be a really tough game to bet. I like the Falcons, but +3 for them is probably just going to be a little bit less. Dallas, if they won week 1, I'd probably say they lose this game, but this is a do or die game kind of for both teams, and I like Dallas at home, so I think the spread is going to be Dallas -3, but I don't think I'm going to bet on this game at all or put it in the moneymaker, because I really, 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 really like this Falcons offense. Their defense is a little bit iffy, and that's probably why we stay away from it. But big losses for Dallas on their defensive side as well. They lost Van Der Esch. Not great. He's out. They lose Sean Lee. He's out. Blake Jarwin is out. Cameron Irving on the line is out. So they lost a lot of key pieces defensively and on the line, where Atlanta, they're still good to go. You know, usually they're kind of riddled with injuries, but they're going to be healthy. So I'm going to probably stay away from this game, but if I had to, I would like Atlanta +3 if that's the spread. I still think I like it. Probably going to stay away from it, though. But this Atlanta offense, man, definitely got to watch out for it. All right, Dallas -3 is our official call. All right, Giants, Chicago. Yeah, stay away from this one. I don't even know what to call this. Mitch Trubisky facing a subpar Giants team. I don't think the Chicago's defense is as good as Pittsburgh was. Giants were at home. Now they're away. Giants looked not that great. Saquon could not do anything. Chicago, Mitch Trubisky, fourth quarter comeback king. Can we call it that? He's shown it. He's 1 for 1 on fourth quarter comebacks. So got to call him the comeback king. Probably this is going to be Bears -3. Could go up to 5. I wouldn't be surprised at Bears -5, but we'll have it at Bears -3. Once again, probably not going to bet this game or put it in the moneymaker. Bears, I just can't count on Mitch Trubisky. I mean, we broke down that film in the fourth quarter and his touchdown drive. It did not look pretty. He was not even accurate on like those short, quick little out screens. I mean, quick little dump offs to the running back in the flats. I mean, he was not accurate on that. So, you know, deep ball accuracy. We have Allen Robinson, you know, that whole thing where he, you know, was demanding a trade, but maybe he really wasn't. I don't think he actually was, but now he wants a contract extension. So that's going to poison the locker room a little bit. Matt Nagy is trying his best. An optimistic Giants team could steal the win here. So we probably stay away from it. If it's more than +5 for the Giants, I think it's a good, solid, safe bet. But we'll see what that line is. Alrighty, Washington, Arizona. Washington. Probably let them cool off a little bit from their week 1. Dwayne Haskins still didn't look great. Yes, he threw. How many touchdowns did he end up throwing? 1. And it was just because of short field. One touchdown because of short field. Remember, Eagles were up 17-0 in this game. Washington could not do anything early. Look at this. 3 and out, 4 and out, 3 and out. 9-play drive that results in a missed field goal. 4 and out, 3 and out. Now the interceptions start coming. Shorter field, 5 plays, 45-yard touchdown. That's when the scoring begins. So can't really do too much here. Once again, not coming off of a turnover. Washington 3 and out. Interception leads to a short field. 5 plays, 20 yards, touchdown. don't look too much into Washington just yet. Yes, I know their defensive line is very, very good. They're on the cash list because of it. They wrecked havoc, Chase Young and company. So, yes, they're good at that aspect. But we don't trust Dwayne Haskins to lead us down the field to score touchdowns. He has to rely on a turnover, a short field, sudden change from offense to defense, defense to offense to capitalize on scoring. Arizona, we saw Kyler Murray. I think he did throw an interception, but his legs are going to help him escape the pocket when it collapses by Washington's fantastic defensive line. Arizona at home, we saw what DeAndre Hopkins did week 1, 150 receiving yards. This team is good offensively. Kenyon Drake, we didn't even get to see a lot of him, but Arizona in the spot, I like them. Hopefully Vegas isn't too much in love with them. Hopefully they're kind of trying to play. A lot of people betting Washington. So I expect this line to be probably Cardinals -6. They want to try and get you on that maybe just slight cutoff from that full touchdown. So you bet Washington. Oh, it's +6. They beat the Eagles. Washington all day. But try not to fall for it. Overall, Arizona's the better team, and Dwayne Haskins is not a good quarterback who needs short fields to score touchdowns. Also, Washington's not at home anymore. Dome in Arizona. We like Cardinals here. All right, Chiefs-Chargers. Chiefs had a lot of rest. They looked absolutely magnificent. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is the real deal. He's here to stay. He's here to kind of carry the load at the running back position. Tough up the middle. Chargers looked not good. Tyrod Taylor looked not good. They almost lost to Cincinnati. Not good. Missed field goal at the end of the game from only 31 yards. Makes this game 16-13. Could have been tied, could have went to overtime, but Chargers escape. Tyrod Taylor, 16 of 30. Not good. Was that like 52%? Not great at all. No touchdowns, no picks. Austin Eckler was fine. He's not a big downgrade from Melvin Gordon. Austin Eckler is fine. Getting it to the receivers, we got Hunter Henry with 73 yards. Mike Williams with 69. Keenan Allen, though, only had 37 yards. Got to get him a little bit more involved. But so far, Tyrod Taylor's not looking as good as I thought he would. I thought Tyrod Taylor would have a little bit more success here, especially against the Bengals week 1. So this Chiefs defense is absolutely great. Their offense is absolutely great. Chargers, their defense was able to hold Joe Burrow to only 13 points, which is good, but Patrick Mahomes is not even in the same picture. If Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes took a picture together, only Patrick Mahomes would show up in the shot because Joe Burrow is not even in the same breath, in the same paragraph, in the same hour and a half videos I shoot. They should not be ever mentioned together. So we probably think Chiefs -7 here, probably 10-point better, but you got to subtract the 3 from the home field from the Chargers. We like the Chiefs in the spot. Don't outthink the room on this one. I think the Chiefs get this done, and if it's 7, I think I like it, and I think I may put it in the moneymaker. All right, still moving on. Baltimore, Houston. Baltimore looking very good, but they did face the Browns. Houston having that tough Thursday night football game against the Chiefs. A lot of extra rest for the Houston. That's good for them, especially coming off that big loss. They didn't look great. They missed DeAndre Hopkins a lot. Just overall, not great by Houston. I'm really not buying them. I think out of Houston, Baltimore, and Kansas City that they are going to take the biggest step back. I know that's not even a hot take. That's a pretty cold take. That's pretty, easy to say, but it's really prevalent when you're watching the games. Houston here did have a lot of rest, so I probably avoid betting this game. They're also at home. Baltimore, I think, is still very, very good. Houston is probably going to be underdogs here. Houston probably +3. Probably +3. Stay away from it. I'm probably going to stay away from it. I do like Baltimore, but Houston, you just never know. Deshaun Watson is still very, 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 very good, but overall his supporting cast is not so much. Also, Houston, they got the running back from Arizona. What is his name? Trying to remember his name real quick. Let me go here. David Johnson. He rushed for 70 yards and a touchdown in the first quarter, so he was still looking very good for Houston. But they had to abandon the run because they got down big against the Chiefs. So their running game is still good. Deshaun Watson is still good, but this is Baltimore we're talking about. I think they're better than Houston, so we probably just stay away from this game altogether. But I think it's going to be Houston +3. If it's Houston +7, now we're talking. Maybe we can have the discussion of taking Houston, but if it's +3, that's just too little for me to take and believe in. Alrighty, 2 more games, and then we'll get into the actual lines. Patriots, Seahawks. Patriots going on the road. No Tom Brady. Cam Newton has to go on the road. Seattle knows Cam Newton. This defense knows Cam Newton. These players on the defense know Cam Newton. Pete Carroll knows Cam Newton. Russell Wilson knows Cam Newton. So I think they know how to shut it down. Has to go into Seattle. Is this Sunday Night Football? Woof. Cam Newton, a lot of talk is, back on him. Everybody was talking about, how good he was and acting like they didn't think the Patriots were going to be good. So a lot of hype is on Cam Newton now. Now he's on primetime football in Seattle. I love Seattle's defense. Yes, they gave up 450 passing yards to Matt Ryan, but that was Atlanta at home, and they only gave up 25 points off of that. So, if you're throwing 450 yards and only putting up 25 points, that's bend but don't break defense of Seattle, which I like. They got Jamal Adams. He's all over the field. Good safety there. I like Seahawks in this pick. This is probably going to be Seattle -3. I think it's only going to be -3, and I think this is going to be a real good bet. Hopefully it's no more than 6. I think I may settle at the 6-point mark. If it goes up to 7, I probably stay away from it. But Seattle, I think it will be officially -3. I think a lot of people are going to be buying New England, but do not sleep on the Seattle team, man. I'm telling you, they're my number 1 team in the power rankings for a reason, y'all. I've got them at number 1. Yes, they gave up 450 passing yards, but they only gave up 25 points on the road. That's truly fantastic. And look at Russell Wilson, bruh. 31 of 35, 322 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. 4 touchdowns, no picks. Just their receivers are good. DK Metcalf is very, very good. He's up and coming. Do not sleep on him. Oh, reliable Tyler Lockett. Chris Carson coming out of the backfield. So this Seattle team is very good. I'm hoping the spread is not too high. I'm hoping it's not too high. I want it to be Seattle -3 only because I think that's very, very solid. Probably a guarantee there. I'd put that in my lock section if it is Seattle -3. I do like that. Do not get so hung up on New England. It's a lot of read option. Cam Newton, 19 passes, 15 rushes. It's 50-50 with him, and I think Seattle is going to. They know how to stop it. They know Cam Newton. They have a history with him. So we really like Seahawks in this spot. Hopefully the spread is not out of control. Alrighty, Saints and Raiders, Monday Night Football. Saints absolutely looking good defensively. They shut down Josh Jacobs. They got into a shootout against the Panthers. Not a great look for them overall. But Josh Jacobs got it done. Derek Carr didn't look too bad. 22 of 30 for 239 yards. Not bad. Receivers, we got Henry Ruggs, who only put up 55, and Josh Jacobs was their second leading receiver. So passing the ball, just not great overall. Rushing the ball was 93 rushing yards for Josh Jacobs and 3 touchdowns. What did Teddy Bridgewater do in this game? 22 of 34. Once again, not bad. 270, 1 touchdown, no picks. And Christian McCaffrey did his thing. So overall, our Raiders, I don't think they're that great. I'm not buying into them just quite yet. They beat Carolina with a new coach and new quarterback at home. Not too impressive. Came down to the wire as well. What was it? Panthers had a chance, but they turned it over on downs, on the move. Unfortunate. So, and, the Saints just beat Tom Brady. So, would you rather take a win over Tom Brady's Bucks or a win against Teddy Bridgewater's Panthers? I'm going to go the win over Tom Brady's Bucks. Saints are looking real good offensively, defensively. Michael Thomas is out for the Saints. That is going to be the one red flag for the Saints. But overall, their defense, I think, really should eat up Derek Carr. I'm not buying into him yet. So the spread's probably going to be Saints -3 on the road. We take it, most likely. But, not buying into the Raiders just yet. Yes, they're at home. Yes, they're unveiling that new stadium. Yes, it's Monday Night Football. So all those reasons, you may think Raiders. And now maybe thinking Raiders too, just because that home opener, that's going to be huge for them. You don't want to start out a new stadium with a loss. But this Saints team, we got to believe in Drew Brees. We got to believe in Alvin Kamara, who was an absolute monster week 1 against the Bucks. Do I have that game open? Yes, I do. I mean, look at the Saints, y'all. Drew Brees only threw 30 times, 18 of 30. He didn't have a great game, only 160 yards. But look at this. Latavius Murray, 48 yards rushing. That's not great, but Alvin Kamara, 51 yards receiving. He had 2 touchdowns overall. But, Michael Thomas being out, not going to be great. But they still got Jared Cook, and they still got Emmanuel Sanders, and they still have Alvin Kamara and Latavius Murray, and their defense is still good. They got Cam Jordan up front. They got Malcolm Jenkins. They got DJ Swearinger. They got, who else we got here? Marshawn Lattimore. It's just amazing, this Saints defense. That's why they're my number 2 team on the power rankings, y'all. Got to favor them. Offense great, defense great. I think they win Monday Night Football, even though a new home stadium for the Raiders. Alrighty, so let's go to the official lines now. Here we go. Bengals, Browns, Thursday Night Football, today's game. It's Browns -6, and we called it Browns -6. I mean, look at that, y'all. Look at that. Right on target. I know what I'm talking about. This is going to be tough to take. It's going to be tough to take, but I think we have to go Browns here. A lot of people are going to like Bengals +6, but Bengals didn't show us anything really either. I mean, yes, the Browns only put up 6 points, but the talent in this team, the potential of this Browns team is so much higher than the Bengals' potential. Browns are at home. Baker Mayfield has a lot to prove here. Thursday Night Football, everybody watching, everybody judging. I expect him to kind of, play well here. Let me bring this up real quick. I want to see what the Browns did last year against not great teams. This Bengals team isn't great. The Ravens were great, but I want to see how this Browns team did against not good opponents. So they went 6-10. This is last year. Titans with Marcus Mariota. So this is not a great team, but they get blown out week 1. Week number 2 against the Jets, bounce back game. They get blown out week 1. They bounce back against a weaker team, and this was in New York, so even harder than it is here on Thursday Night Football. They win 23-3, blow them out. Rams are a good team, not counting that game. Ravens are a good team, not counting that game. 49ers are a good team. Seahawks, good team. Patriots, good team. Broncos, we can leave it here. All right, Broncos, not a great team. 19-24, they lose this game, so that is a little concerning. Bills, not a good team. Pittsburgh Steelers, Bills are a good team. Steelers, not a good team. They win it 21-7. Miami Dolphins, not a good team last year. They win at 41-24. So once again, they're winning more by 6 in these games. Steelers, again, they lose in their second meeting in Pittsburgh that time. But once again, division opponent. All right, Bengals, here they go. They beat them 27-10. And then they lost in their last series meeting on the road 23-33. So, all right, what did we learn from this? Yes, they're able to beat bad teams, and they beat them by more than 6. They beat the Bengals by more than 6 in when they were at home. They won 27-19, so that's 8. So I think we're comfortable here taking that 6 points here for the Browns tonight in our moneymaker for the NFL. Browns -6, I think it's good. Yes, it's easy to make fun of Baker Mayfield. It's easy to say it's trash. I get it. Trust me, I do. But here in this spot, I think people are going to overlook the Browns. I think the public is going to bet Bengals +6 heavy. But Joe Burrow really hasn't shown me anything just quite yet. Need to see more of them. Chargers are nothing really to go home about. Plus, the Browns have Myles Garrett up front trying to harass Joe Burrow. So Browns -6. I think it's the safer bet. I think it's the better bet. I think it's the smarter bet. So we will do Browns -6. This will be our moneymaker for today. Browns -6. I think it's good. We called it right on the nose. Browns -6. Why not go with it? Baker Mayfield proves that he can beat bad teams tonight. So we're not going to buy Baker Mayfield even if he has a great game. We're not buying into him. No way. He's still not good. But this is against a lower talented Bengals team. Division opponent, Thursday Night Football, Baker, everything to prove. Joe Burrow, nobody's going to say anything if he has a bad game. Nobody's going to say anything. Joe Burrow has nothing to lose. The media loves him already. Everybody loves him already. First year, second game, you can give Joe Burrow this entire season of him not being good, and people would still love him. People will still shit on Baker Mayfield even if he has good games. So Browns -6, I think, is the better bet here. We will take that for our moneymaker today. Alrighty, so here we go. Sunday's games. Jets, 49ers. What do we got? We called it 49ers -7. 49ers -7. I swear, y'all, I did not look up these lines. I'm not lame like that. I swear I would never do that. I avoid looking at lines all week because I really do think guessing, figuring what the line is on your own before you look at it helps a lot when you're betting these games. So I did not look at these lines. We're just right off the rip 2 for 2. All right. I'm probably going to stay away from this game, even though the Jets are trash. No, what's his name? Running back for the Jets. No, Le'Veon Bell. 49ers got better at receiver, but they took a little bit on defense, a little bit of hit on defense with Richard Sherman being out. Jets have no defense at all. Adam Gase cannot coach. I'm not trusting Sam Darnold, so I'm probably going to stay away from this game, but I think the better bet is 49ers -7. Jimmy G, coming off that week 1 loss, is going to fuel their fire a little bit more, and they have every intention to win this game against the Jets. So I don't like giving up, these big points, but don't outthink the room here, guys. 49ers -7 is the clear better bet. Alrighty, Lions, Packers. We had it at, what do we got at Detroit, Green Bay? We had it at Green Bay -8. It's only Green Bay -6, so that's better for us. I like this. Right under that -7 mark, great to take. Aaron Rodgers, he puts up the points. Lions defense doesn't have, those big names, those big defensive pieces that are going to stop Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is at home. Lions coming off a heartbreaking loss. How is that locker room going to come together around a rookie that just lost you the game? So, Aaron Rodgers is better than Mitch Trubisky, and Mitch Trubisky beat the Lions. I will go transitive property on y'all. I don't care. Was I right about that? They faced the Bears, right? Yeah. Okay. So Packers -6. I think this is a good bet. Right under that 7, right where you want it. Packers -6. Good bet there. Alrighty, Bills, Dolphins. We had it at Dolphins +5.5, and it's Dolphins +5. And bruh, I know what I'm talking about here, y'all. I know what I'm talking about. Dolphins +5.5. I think I like it. I don't think I take it. I think I got to stay away from it. Ryan Fitzpatrick killing our Dolphins +7 last week really just hurt me because he was on, he was in the red zone, under 2 minutes left. They go and score a touchdown. They lose by 3. We hit our spread. They settle for the field goal. They lose by 7. We push our spread. We still win. We still give away a jersey. So kind of killed my spirit by taking Dolphins +7 last week. But Josh Allen, he's proven that he's going to be fumbling, and our defense is pretty good. I like our pieces. We've got some good pieces at cornerback and at linebacker, and Taco Charlton. He was looking really good up front as well last week. So I do like the Dolphins +5.5 here. I'd probably stay away from it. Bills defense took a little bit of a hit. As I said, their 2 linebackers are questionable. Ryan Fitzpatrick is not going to throw 3 picks, so the game is going to be closer than it was in that New England game. I know it says we lost by 10, but we really should have only lost by 7 or 3, depending on if we settle for the field goal or get the touchdown if Ryan Ryan Fitzpatrick doesn't throw the interception. Tua doesn't start this game. He starts next week, actually. That is a guarantee. Takes by Fans guarantee here. Tua will start Thursday Night Football next week against the Jags. But Dolphins plus 5.5. I do like that a little bit better than the Bills minus 5.5. Bills on the road. Dolphins usually play them very well in Miami. I expect that to be the case. Alrighty, Panthers Bucks. We have it at, where are they? Panthers, Bucks, Panthers, Bucks, Panthers, Bucks, Panthers. I cannot find them. Here we go. We had them at Bucks minus 5. Oh my God, we were wrong. We were wrong about this one. Holy moly, Bucks minus 9.5. Definitely staying away from this. I don't want to give up 10. Carolina, Teddy Bridgewater, Matt Rule, second week in. Gave up a lot against the Raiders. We get it. Tampa Bay is obviously going to be looking to silence literally everybody talking shit about Tom Brady. They're going to play mean. They're going to play fiery. They're going to play ferocious. Tom Brady will not throw any interceptions here. A lot of people are making the big deal. Oh, his last 3 games, he threw a pick 6. Okay. He hasn't done it his entire career, so I think we can give him a little bit of a break here if he's throwing pick 6s against an elite, I said it, elite Saints defense. So going to stay away from this game. 9.5 is a lot to give up. I don't even know what to call this. If I had to take this game, if I had to take it, probably going to take... I just don't like the Panthers defense really at all. Teddy Bridgewater is good, though. Christian McCaffrey is going to give this Bucs team some trouble. 9.5 is a lot to give up. If I had to take this game, I bet on Brady. But I'm not going to take this game. 9.5 is way too much. Stay away from this one, folks. Stay away from it. Alrighty, let's move on. Broncos Steelers. We had that at Pittsburgh minus 3. So once again, we are off on this one a lot. Pittsburgh minus 7.5. Nobody's buying into Drew Lock in Vegas. People love the Steelers defense. I love the Steelers defense. Right over that 7 mark is killing me. Don't want to take it. Steelers minus 7.5 is a lot. I like the Steelers defense. I think they eat Denver alive, but they've got some good talent at receiver. Gotta love CeeDee Lamb. No, not CeeDee Lamb. Who is their young receiver? Why can I not remember it? It's a little more concerning, but Broncos Monday Night Football. Here we go. Love Melvin Gordon. Love him. Jerry Jeudy, that is it. He's a really good receiver. I don't expect him to drop, 4 other passes, but this Steelers defense is good. I probably stay away from it, but I do like the Steelers minus 7.5 here. But 7 though. 7 is a lot to give up. The average score of a game is only 1 score. This will put it at 2. The 7.5 killing me here. Just killing me. But I got to go the Steelers defense at home. 1 o'clock spot. They like that. Big Ben looking good down the stretch in that Giants game. Like the Steelers minus 7.5 if we have to take it. Alrighty, Vikings Colts. We had this at Colts plus 1. This is Colts minus 3. Okay, so just kind of even teams. You get the 3 for the Colts for the home court, home field. Staying away from this game altogether, but probably take the Vikings plus 3 here. They're the better offensive team. You cannot count on Phillip Rivers. Not a big game for Kirk Cousins, and you know what that means. He will do very good. Big blow to running back for the Colts. Going to be too much for them to overcome. Vikings plus 3. I think I actually like this. I think I may put this in. I think we may go Vikings minus 3 in our moneymaker. I do like that. Yeah. Vikings plus 3, give me the points, the better quarterback? Absolutely. Yeah. All right, Vikings plus 3. I like that a lot. All right, moving on. Rams, Eagles. We had this at... where are we at? Rams, Eagles. Rams, Eagles. All right, we had it at Rams -3. It's Rams -1. All right, a little bit closer than I thought, and I really, really like this now. Rams point. Basically, you're just calling the winner. That's it. We can definitely take that. Eagles, I think a lot of people are overhyping them. I did not like anything I saw. You lose to Washington after the Rams just beat a very, very good Dallas team. Yes, the Rams were at home. Yes, they may have benefited from a pass interference call, but they also had a call that didn't go their way. The hands to the face that led to the interception on Jared Goff. But the Rams -1, I think this is a great spot. Do not buy into the Eagles. I would not buy into the Eagles at all. Carson Wentz throws 2 picks when they're up 17-0. What is going on? Defense isn't that great. No real good offensive pieces. Not a big fan of the receiving core. Everybody just blamed the injuries last season, and they still limped to the first round of the playoffs. But Carson Wentz, man, he gets injured, and now he's throwing picks. Not the best combo. I'll stick with Jared Goff here. Rams -1, I think, is very good. I think I like that a lot, too. I'm finding some good ones here. Vikings +3, Rams -1. I'm good on that. Alrighty, Jags and Titans now. What do we got? We had this at Titans -6, and it's Titans -9. All right, so we had a good early games, and now we're a little off here, Titans -9 is a lot. I definitely stay away from this, especially Titans coming off of Monday Night Football. Jags coming off a very, very good win. They're feeling good. Gardner Minshew only had 1 incompletion, didn't air the ball out a lot, not even 200 yards, so a lot of dink and dunk, that's telling me. But Jags may have found a little momentum here. Maybe. That's probably why I stay away from it. Jags riding that week 1 good, solid win against the Colts. So Titans -9. Woof. I don't even know what team I would take Titans -9 on. They're not that, they're ground and pound, muddy, long drives, run the ball. They ran the ball 30 times with Derrick Henry last game. They'll probably do the same thing here. Ryan Tannehill is not going to go and throw it 40 times for y'all to win the game. They don't need that. So I expect the score to probably be a little bit lower. -9 is a lot to give up for a good Titans team, not a great Titans team. I mean, I wouldn't even feel comfortable taking like Chiefs -9. You know what I mean? So Titans -9 here. I don't think it's a play. I don't take this game because I don't trust Gardner Minshew, especially +9. But 9 is a lot, and I stay away from the game because of it. Alrighty, Falcons Cowboys. What do we got? Falcons Cowboys. It messes me up on my writing because sometimes I write the name, sometimes I write the city, and sometimes it's a mix of both. It just throws me off a little bit. So we have Dallas -3, and it's Dallas -4.5, so pretty close. They're saying that the Dallas are 1.5 points better, so you get the 3 for home field, add on another 1.5 for talent, and you get the Falcons +4.5. Man, I really like this Falcons offense, y'all, and this depleted Cowboys defense now with Van Der Esch being out, Sean Lee still out. That's key linebackers there. I expect the Falcons to exploit it. They're in a dome, so they're going to feel right at home. Cowboys at home, so they're going to feel good. They lose week 1. That's going to light a fire underneath them, and that's the only problem I'm having taking Falcons +4.5 is that the Cowboys lost week 1. They're going to be expected to win. They're going to want to win. 1 o'clock start time is not good for the Falcons. They're used to playing in that 4:20 slot. Cowboys also used to playing in that 4:20 slot as well. So the 1 o'clock times could hurt both of these teams equally. 4.5. This Cowboys defense isn't as good as the Saints defense is. 4.5 for the Falcons. I think that's a good number right above that 3. Not as good as the +7, obviously. But 4.5 is a decent number here. I would probably stay away from taking Cowboys -4.5. Let's not fall in love with the Cowboys. This Falcons team, yes, they lost week 1, but they're very, very good. Do not sleep on the Falcons. I'm telling y'all. They just unfortunately ran into the Seahawks week 1. Unfortunate. Same thing with the Bucs. They just unfortunately ran into the Saints week 1. Can't do anything about it. Same thing with the Cowboys. Cowboys and Rams, I think, are a lot more even than I thought they were going into the season. But Cowboys lose week 1. They were on the road. They lose by 3. Falcons, they lose by a lot. What was it, 13? 10? 13? But it's against the Seahawks, so I think I do like Falcons plus 4.5 at the spot. Probably stay away from it. If it was plus 6, I would feel a little bit comfortable. 4.5, it's a little iffy. All right, Giants Bears. What do we got? We've got Giants we had Bears -3. It's Bears -5.5. That's a lot to give up. I think at that spot I like the Giants plus 5.5. Bears, Mitch Trubisky really only caught fire in the fourth quarter because of turnovers, so not going to bet on the Bears just quite yet. Plus that whole situation with Allen Robinson wanting to get paid. Daniel Jones, I expect Saquon Barkley to have a better game here, so plus 5.5 is definitely doable, especially against a Chicago team that has to roll with Mitch Trubisky. Alrighty, Cardinals, Washington. We had Cardinals -6, Cardinals -6.5. So we're back on target now, real close. I think this is a good spot for them. -6.5. I think it's safe to pick right under that 7-point touchdown mark. So if they win by a game-winning touchdown, you're good to go there. Washington, do not buy into them just quite yet. I don't think the Eagles are as good as everybody thinks they are. So Washington beating them isn't a good accomplishment, big accomplishment there. And Kyler Murray is going to, if he's feeling the pressure, he can escape. Carson Wentz can't really escape that well. Kenyon Drake also adding another dimension of speed through the running back position. DeAndre Hopkins at 150 receiving yards last week, and this football Washington team doesn't have the best corners. So I do like Cardinals -6 here. All right, Chiefs Chargers. We've got Chiefs -7, Chiefs -8.5. Probably stay away from it. A lot of points to give up. Chargers at home. I think the Chiefs are obviously the better team, obviously. I don't like Tyrod Taylor. Don't like what I saw from him. Don't like that they almost lost against the Bengals. They did get bailed out, though. Could have went into overtime. So Chiefs -8.5 is probably the safer bet if you were picking this game. But I probably stay away from it. It is a little bit. It's a little lot for me. It is a lot for me. Alrighty, Ravens, Texans. We had Houston +3. It's Houston +7. Woo! I think that is kind of a lot. I do think I like the Texans at the +7 spot. Ravens, feeling a lot of confidence here. They were at home and they faced the Browns. Not great, but they still looked good. They still played good, but against a very lackluster team. David Johnson, I expect them to run the ball a lot more. You cannot, this is not a team that Deshaun Watson can throw for, 400 yards anymore. You don't have DeAndre Hopkins. So start moving to a lot more, running the game and then, building off of that. As the Ravens are pressing up to stop the run, that's when you bring out Deshaun Watson, the run plays, the read options, the quick throws across the middle. So I would hope that the Texans go a little bit more heavy on the run and then build off the pass through that. So I think I do like the Texans +7 here. It's a lot, especially week 1. When the Ravens blew out the Browns, everybody's going to be on the Ravens here. Texans had a lot of time to prepare for this. They were the Thursday night game, so you had the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 3 extra days to really kind of mentally prepare while the coaches are, prepping film. While, Thursday night football, they usually do get a couple of extra days rest because of that. So mentally preparing for the Ravens. Coaches are physically preparing for the Ravens a little bit earlier. +7.5. Let's not get too big on the Ravens here. It was just against the Browns. All right. Patriots, Seahawks. We had this at Seattle -3, Seattle -4. I think this is great. I really, really do like this. This Seahawks team is defensively is very, very good. We're not buying on the Patriots offensive system just quite yet. It's still good. It's Cam Newton doing a read option with Josh McDaniels. I mean, it's still going to be good, but the Seahawks, they have a history with Cam Newton. They know Cam. They know his game. Come on. Seahawks, Pete Carroll, they'll have it ready to rock. Patriots defense is all right, pretty good. Held the Dolphins to 11 points and had 3 turnovers. So, got to be good at some point, right? Stephon Gilmore, best possibly best corner in the league. You can make the argument. But I do like the Seahawks here at home, Monday night or Sunday Night Football. Patriots, I think the lights are going to be a little bit too bright here for Cam Newton. We'll take the Seahawks -4. I think this is going to be part of my locks in our moneymaker tomorrow. We'll do 2 separate moneymakers. We'll do our locks and then our pretty much guarantees. Probably 3 teams on both. See how we're feeling. Alrighty. All right, last one. Saints Raiders. Saints, we had them at -3 and now it's -6. So probably better that it is a lot bigger spread than I thought. About 9-point spread from Raiders being -3 for home field to Saints being -6. So the Vegas thinks that the Saints are 9 points better than the Raiders. I would agree with that personally. Luckily for us, Saints are on the road, so Saints are only -6 and not the -9 that they would be at home. And yeah, I really like the Saints here. Their defense is better. Their offense is better. The one red flag I would have about betting this game is the Raiders are home for their new stadium. That is going to energize the team. You have to take these outside factors into account when you're actually, you're betting these games and rooting on these games. Raiders +6 could be very, very enticing because of that aspect. If we're going straight up neutral field, you're giving me the Saints -6. I take that all day. Their defenses should crush Derek Carr, but new field, a lot of money into it. Gotta win. Sell it or start the tone of winning at home all over again. So it's Monday Night Football, so we are going to bet the game and we are going to take the Saints -6 when it comes to that. But do take that into account if you are individually betting that game. Alrighty, so just to recap, just today, Thursday Night Football, our pick is going to be Browns -6. We like it. That's going to be our moneymaker. Just don't jump off Baker Mayfield against bad teams. He's still if average is here, he's still slightly above average in talent. Their weapons are well above average. Jarvis Landry, Nick Chubb, Odell Beckham, Myles Garrett on the defensive end. So they still got pieces everywhere. They still should. They're good on paper. They just have to prove it, and they usually do prove it against not great teams. We saw it. They beat the Bengals by 8 last year when they were at home. So I expect the same thing to kind of happen here. Thursday Night Football, Baker has a lot to prove. I think he silences the doubter for 1 week, but he'll go back to being not so great the following weeks. Can't bet on Joe Burrow just yet. Didn't really like too much of what we saw from him, even when we were doing the All-22. Just a little bit of hesitation on throwing the ball. Trust your arm, stand in the pocket firm. We saw him kind of bailing out, stepping up a little bit too much into the pocket, looking to run. So good defense in Cleveland. Shorter week for the Bengals. No, not even a shorter week. They didn't play Monday. But just, Thursday Night Football, shorter week for both teams. I expect the Browns at home, like them a little bit better. We'll take them here at -6. Alrighty, that is going to do it for us today. Oh, hang on. We do have to do a jersey giveaway. Still the same 2 people doing the Patreon. We hit our moneymaker on baseball yesterday. So, we will give away a free jersey again. That's back-to-back, and we're going to look to try to go back-to-back. And then tonight, there's 2 up for grabs. So subscribe to the Patreon. $5 a month supports the show. Every time we hit our moneymaker, we give away a free jersey of your choosing. NFL, NBA. You want to do baseball? I'll do baseball. Officially licensed jerseys. You pick the player. You pick the team. You pick the sport. We'll send it out to you. So here we go. Still 2 Patreon members. They're both in here. All we have to do is pick another name. Paul won it yesterday. Will he have 2 jerseys on his hand, or will Greg get his first one? Here we go. Paul, Greg, who will it be? Jersey giveaway. Paul wins again, back-to-back. Oh, my goodness. Look at that man. On an absolute roll. He did put it in his order. It's a Bears jersey. Who did he pick? Hang on. I'm just waiting for his address to get it out to him. But he did pick. What jersey is this? William Perry jersey from the Chicago Bears. So we will have that jersey out to him as soon as I get his contact information. He'll get another jersey on the way as well. So well done to him. So if you would like to win a free jersey, we are looking to hit our moneymaker today. It's easy. We're having a one-team moneymaker for NBA and one-team moneymaker for NFL. So possibly 2 jerseys giving away tomorrow, so subscribe to the Patreon for a shot at that. Don't let Paul get all these jerseys, y'all. Paul's gonna have a full closet full of jerseys, so gotta join the Patreon and try to steal a jersey from him. Alrighty, that will do it for today on Takes by Fans. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and be a part of the conversation at Takes by Fans. And we are live daily here, noon Eastern, twitch.tv/takesbyfans, breaking down all the NBA, all the NFL action, doing moneymakers every single day. If NBA and NFL aren't playing, we will look elsewhere to try and give away a free jersey. So be sure to subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/takesbyfans. It's my pinned tweet on Twitter. And follow me on Twitter. Live updates of the games tonight, NFL and NBA. So we will be back tomorrow with we will do our official money makers for the NFL Sundays games. And we will see you all tomorrow.